online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads from over 200 countries and your #1 source in after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of NXT right here on AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Kathy Callie, and joining me today, as always, True Hobo.
Today, as always.
And sitting next to True Hobo, Mark Donica.
That's me. We're here, as always.
We are.
Sticking up the
today.
place.
As always.
As always today.
I'm trying to say as always, as elf.
But what is different this week is that we are fresh off the heels of SummerSlam.
Fresh off of recovering from SummerSlam, I think.
Oh.
I like the design of the show shirt that they had on site with Cena and Lesnar.
So you got one.
Yeah. That's the only shirt I wanted. All of the honestly, the Bo Dallas ones were all sold out at the place that we were at.
What?
Yeah, pretty weird.
Either they didn't have a lot, or just that Bo is popular.
Yeah.
A lot of NXT folks on Sunday. It was lovely to see them. It was very awesome to see Rusev live on Sunday and Paige live on Sunday, especially with the matches that they had.
Yeah. I talked to Natty at the Total Divas Luncheon, and she said that NXT is her favorite show. Well, but it's a secret.
Well, you just told everybody.
Well, she told everyone.
Your friendship with her is soiled. You should probably talk to people who don't, reveal secrets. Like
I mean, she really was the one that revealed it, so.
Oh, damn.
But then you did that. It was in confidence.
Yeah.
You messed up, Kelly. You messed up.
I take it back. Can we rewind?
Start over!
Back to
from the top!
So, how did you guys enjoy SummerSlam? Real quick.
It was a wonderful show.
Yeah.
Hobo and I did the after show on Sunday, which if you haven't seen, watch, because there's a lot of legitimate conversation of where the company is going to be going.
Right. Because not everybody liked the way the show ended on Sunday.
And some people really liked it, but for the wrong reasons.
Right. And I ended up not being the most popular guy after that show.
No,
Big
sir.
surprise. Because I had a bigger picture image in my head of what was happening. And some people didn't agree with that, and that's fine. I stand by it, and well, guess we'll have to see where this is going.
That's the fun of the internet. It's a conversation, an ongoing conversation.
Right.
No one can entirely be right because everybody has their own opinion.
But
I'm glad
everybody
we get to talk about it.
And everybody is screaming all the time.
Yeah, it's caps lock, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Darn caps lock. So, I guess let's talk about NXT.
Please, this is a great show.
Completely removed from the events of Sunday is NXT. It's something completely different. We don't actually have to talk about anything that happened on Sunday because NXT is removed, completely separate. That's why I like it.
Yeah. Although, usually at SummerSlam, we get SummerSlam access with a lot of NXT superstars there. That was the one thing that I thought was missing this year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Blame the Emmys, man.
Yeah. So let's get into tonight's episode of NXT. First off, we start with more of the tag team tournament to determine who will get to face the Ascension at Takeover. We have Enzo and Cass versus the Vaudevillains, Aiden English and Simon Gotch. And Cass has some early offense, but the Vaudevillains end up getting the win with the That's a Wrap?
That's a wrap.
The That's a Wrap.
That's a wrap.
And I mean, I said it ever since they introduced it. They just need to focus on how they say things so that they make it a little bit more impactful. Because then we're doing that.
I know.
It's the That's a Wrap.
They win with That's a Wrap.
Yeah. Or That's a Wrap from Vaudevillains, and like there, boom.
Yeah.
Bada bing boom.
Yes. It doesn't quite roll off the tongue yet, but it's a cool freaking move.
Yeah.
So.
It's a double move. It's a twofer.
Yeah.
They're working together in coordination, delivering quite an impactful pair.
They're like a real tag team.
Hey!
Whoa. Whoa.
I really enjoy them together. I think that they're perfect parts comedy and fight.
Yeah.
So.
They back it up. They back up the shenanigans. I mean, there are a lot of shenanigans, but then they punch somebody and you go, oh, that looked like it hurt. So.
Exactly. Were there any other highlights from this match that you guys wanted to mention?
I mean, it was very fast-paced. A lot of tags, a lot of back and forth. Enzo actually got some good offense this time. I really liked the throw into the corner when Cass just threw him and just essentially took off. Was it was Gotch's head? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
I think it was.
Whoa.
Cass just looked like a beast.
Oh, always does.
Too.
She's just big.
Yeah, but especially
quick.
tonight, but let's talk about what happened after the match, because that is where the real drama started. The Legionnaires come out and start attacking Enzo. They shave his beard, or at least a patch of it.
Like almost half of it.
They ruined the glory.
It did. That takes a long time. It's a lot of trimming. It's like a bonsai tree having a beard, because it's got to be perfect.
I wouldn't know.
So it takes a lot of... I know. That's why I'm explaining this to you.
So.
Thank you.
It takes a lot of pruning and a lot of trimming to get just the right shape and the right size and fullness, and they come in with their clippers and totally gouge a chunk out of this man's face.
Yes.
It's disrespectful is what it is.
It is.
It really, man, it teed me off, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up after this segment, we have one thing which we haven't seen before, JoJo ring announcing.
And no, because I at the top of the show, it sounded different.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish that they would have her revealed first, so that we would know.
Yeah.
But when I saw that, I got really excited.
Me too.
Because it's great to see her. She's being really proactive, like we were talking about a couple weeks ago, and she sounds great.
It fits her
Very much
completely.
so.
I really like it.
It's working.
Yeah.
Hey, she's just got to keep it up now.
Yeah. I still want to see Eden doing it.
Oh, sure.
Whether that's on another show or they trade off or whatever it is, but I really am excited for JoJo.
Yeah, she's Eden's been on the road for a little while.
Okay.
She's been doing a lot of backstage stuff.
Oh, cool.
It was because like Renee kind of moved up, so she's like on the main show and commentary, but also since they released Josh Matthews, she's hosting the after shows. So they created a spot for Eden to fill, and she did.
Cool. Well, that's exciting. So JoJo announces that Triple H is in the building, and he has an announcement. He comes out and he says it is a time again for NXT to take over. Thursday, September 11th, we will get a 2-hour live special on the network. And he also announces that night we will find out who the new NXT general manager is.
Next week.
Oh, next week.
Yeah,
we'll find out who the new NXT general manager is. Any guesses?
I actually found out, and then I totally forgot.
Oh, wow. So the surprise is renewed. For
yeah, so that'll be good. And then I wanted to go and look because I feel bad for forgetting. And then I was like, no, I'll just wait and be surprised.
Yeah. Darn spoilers.
I hope it's somebody who would be able to show up a little bit more often than JBL.
Yeah.
Because JBL was great. And
I thought he was awesome,
yeah. And it was great to do the backstage segments when they would shoot them at Raw or SmackDown and so on and so forth. But hopefully somebody who can be in the building a little bit more often.
Like someone who helps run the Performance Center.
That would be wonderful.
Like
I know a lot of people who are going to want to say GQ Money is going to take over.
I would love that. Oh my gosh, he would be an amazing general manager.
But, you know, not everybody's that introduced with him yet, and he's been
I know.
Everybody will be, because the reaction when he comes out won't be, oh, dude, GQ Money. It would be, the lemon? The lemon is the general
The lemon
manager?
and the...
he's been taking night classes.
The announcer for the Vaudevillains?
Yes. He's everywhere. You just don't know it.
Yeah. It's like that movie Multiplicity. There's just 5 of him running around.
That would make sense. Except for the whole him being tired thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I would hope it would be somebody like Dusty or Bill or Billy Gunn or Road Dogg. Somebody who's down there.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything could happen.
Okay.
As always,
yeah,
anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
And the points don't matter.
Backstage, Devin is back, Devin Taylor, and she is interviewing Tyler Breeze. She asks if he's upset about Tyson Kidd ruining his chance at becoming NXT champ last week. Obviously, he's upset. He goes on a rant, and yeah.
I think it was actually a nice little segment. I think Breeze got to be angry a little bit more
than we've seen in the past.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's always sort of one note. He's always very cool about everything. Everything's okay, you know. But once he lost his shot, man, he got pissed, and I think that's important because it mattered to him. It really mattered to him, and now that you're able to see that, you can connect with it a little bit more.
I thought that she's come so far in the past year too. Like the way she reacted to him being that volatile almost seemed genuine.
I wasn't just nodding.
Yeah.
Just like, I understand that you're upset.
Well, even she knew it's a different Tyler Breeze that she was talking to. There was a change that occurred in him, and she reacted like anybody would.
Not just a pretty face.
No.
So then we get into the match, Tyler Breeze versus Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd ends up winning via countout, but he's still very happy with this win.
It was like when Daniel Bryan first started doing Yes, and everybody was just like, "Oh my God, shut up!" And for every little
That's a
accomplishment,
fact.
Yeah, and I love how he was giving a couple of facts on his way out. I mean, I love what Tyson Kidd's doing. We seemed to be the only ones at the 2K15 announcement when Tyson Kidd was said. We were like, "Oh, good." Good for Tyson. He's back in it.
Nobody knows what's going on with him.
Yeah. I mean, it's because while he's getting so much time at NXT, obviously we haven't seen him on the main roster in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think that'll slowly happen again. He'll be reintroduced.
Hopefully he's involved in the NXT mode that they were talking about.
I'd love to see him take this whole thing up to the main roster. I think he's really got something going on. I think he's had a lot of fun playing in, the R&D section of WWE, and it really shows it. And he just seems to have come alive the last few months. He's really found it.
I really don't think it's an if, I think it's a when, because obviously he's a main player on NXT right now. He's got a huge part of Total Divas. We did see him on the main roster after he came back from his injury for a little bit, so I think that'll happen in time.
Yeah. We just got to settle all the stuff down here, and then he might head back up.
Exactly.
Maybe in time for the Total Divas Season 3 premiere.
Oh, boy.
Perhaps. Let's talk about some divas or women wrestlers down at NXT.
They did refer to them as divas tonight.
Yes.
But I think it was more than the divas match that they had.
It was an incredible match. Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Becky comes out, and she is no longer the Irish jigging Becky. She is a mean...
She's a headbanging
fighting,
chick.
Yeah.
There was a slow evolution, because there was the one that we saw, then it was kind of toned down where she was still wearing the green, and now this is just totally something that she would probably like, this is more me. I can be more in touch with this and do what I can with this. And it really showed. And this was the match of the night. It really was.
Really, you feel that strongly about it?
I do.
I thought they stole the show.
I thought, I agree with you. That stole the show.
You don't see this match every day. And
no.
There's a lot of stuff in the main event that was good and entertaining, but it's stuff that these guys have been doing for years, and it's stuff that you're pretty familiar with.
This
was fresh. It was new.
Nuts.
They were aggressive.
Very aggressive.
It seemed almost like a shoot. Almost.
The chain was very good and very real. There was somebody on Twitter, Frederick Kasdan on Twitter. He tweeted me and said that this Becky Lynch is like Sting to Charlotte's Flair. Like it's pretty apropos. That's pretty good.
They did kind of have the woo off, though. It was a little bit more metal. Than grunge.
But the whole match seemed to flow quite naturally.
Yeah.
And Becky Lynch is built. Like her shoulders, like, wow.
You can't lift with us? Yes.
Sure, I'll lift with you. I'll lift anyway by myself over here.
The big girls club, just a bunch of really buff chicks who beat people up.
Yeah.
Why not?
Stop trying to make bench work. It's not going to work.
So Charlotte ends up getting the win. But are you guys excited for the Bayley-Charlotte match at TakeOver?
After this, I mean, there's a lot to live up to.
Yeah.
I know that they can perform and they can put on a great match, but this was just nothing you really see. It's just aggression and a whole bunch of that's the thing, is this was so aggressive from both sides that Bayley, while she can go to that place, I don't know.
I think that personally, this match was great. Charlotte versus Natty at the last TakeOver was phenomenal. So I'm hoping that it'll be somewhere, I think that it'll be better than this match tonight, just because they'll have more time to do it. But I don't know. I have high hopes for it.
No, I agree. This one was very much an athletic contest with some story, whereas the TakeOver match has to be both.
Yeah.
And I think that it'll excel in both.
Me personally, I don't want to rub my crystal ball and say whether or not Bayley and Charlotte are going to be, better than or on par with tonight's matchup. What I do want and can say for certain is that whatever match comes down the road after this next one will be phenomenal if Becky Lynch is involved. We saw something amazing from her tonight, an incredible showing.
She stepped up,
whether she has another match with Charlotte or if she has a match with Bayley, I would be happy seeing either. Whoever ends up being the championship after the next takeover, I'm a happy guy. That's it.
Cool. So, next up, Enzo Amore and Cass come out. And Enzo ends up challenging Sylvester Lefort to a hair versus hair match at TakeOver.
I don't know how to feel about this.
You don't?
So no, because I know it's going to be a good match. We're finally going to, hopefully we're going to see, these are two, traditionally we see them as comedic characters that can bring it. I want this to be the match where everybody can watch them and go, okay, we can see a great match out of these people.
Yeah.
But both of their hair, both mains
you don't want to see it go.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Really, Lefort's the heel. He everybody wants to see his comeuppance, but we haven't. I don't remember the last time a bad guy's won a hair versus hair match. It's always the good guy.
Yeah, pretty much. But let's look at it this way. Lefort's hair is it's such a staple. Nothing's really happened to his hair in such a long time. It's always been that very jet black, slick back. Enzo's hair is always in some sort of state of flux. There's always something going on there. It's kind of long up top and long in the back, and there's this thing on his tapered on the side, and he's got grooves in it, and he's always writing stuff in it.
I think he's got cheetah spots on one side.
Right. It did at one point. If he were to lose his hair, I don't think it would be the end of the world.
Yeah.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
that he could easily, even with what they did to him tonight, he could do something cool with his beard now where he just has stripes or something. I don't know.
Right.
He can make the best out of that whole situation.
Yeah.
And if we were talking about last week or the week before, whenever we were talking about Enzo possibly resenting Cass, this could help play into that. Cass could accidentally help Sylvester
I'm bald
win.
because of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's he said it. I'm putting the hawk on the line. So he's putting a part of himself on the line. And if Cass accidentally causes that to go away, that can totally be his fault. So I think this might be one of the first times where we see, at least in the WWE, where we see the heel lose. I don't want Sylvester Lefort to lose his hair, and I think it would make him and Louis look a little bit more stale.
Okay.
We lost it with JJ. No, Jason Jordan, who is JJ, lost his hair, and he looks a little bit more boring now.
Well, also we haven't had. I mean, the Legionnaires are practically winless. They have been everything but effectual as their present form. They've done nothing right. They've gotten no wins. They tried to take out Cass. That didn't work out. Enzo came back. They lost. They have not had one foot in the right direction. If they're able to get this, people will start to hate them. Right now, people don't care about them because they can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But if they win this match, people will hate them. That's good.
Yeah.
Hate is good.
Okay. So after this match, or after this segment, we got Mojo Rawley and Steve Cutler.
Renee's comment was interesting about Steve Cutler.
Yes.
He's seen some things. Like, what, is he going to turn into John Rambo over here?
Yeah.
Are we going to have a first blood, start growing a beard? He's got the sweats. Is he weird backstage? I want to know more. Like, that one line leaves so much intrigue. Like, is Steve Cutler just this guy who's on the edge just all the time? He's ready to go?
What do you think of him other than that comment?
He's based on the Marine. Like, he is what the Marine is based on. The movie is what I'm talking about.
Right.
It's coming soon, starring The Miz. Which hopefully you can get on the WWE Network for $9.99. But
We'll probably do it on Superstar Cinema.
Probably.
Cheap
plug.
Yep.
I have to say, when they showed Cutler, I went, isn't that the Marine guy?
Yes.
So he's sticking out in my mind more, and I do like him. I liked seeing him actually get some offense this time. I seem to be cheering, like, wanting him to succeed more and more, especially
What
since
do you think that is?
they keep pushing him as a Marine,
Yeah.
and then he keeps losing. So what does that say about a military
We
if
should
they
be
keep pushing
patriotic,
yeah, and Mojo's
get
going to beat
behind
this
our troop,
Marine.
yeah.
He's not going to shake his hand like, thanks for your service. Sorry I beat you up. We had the crowd.
Sorry, I hyperdrived you.
Yeah.
We have the crowd going, let's go Steve, near the end of the match, which shows you the state of Mojo Rawley. And that was another thing, is they gave the comment, which they seem to be giving so much more often. I think it was Phillips. It was Todd Phillips who said, we're seeing a different side of Mojo Rawley, which seems to be like the thing to say anytime somebody starts to show a little bit of attitude. And it's hard for me to see that side of Mojo when he still has the hyperdrive as his finisher, because it's still so silly. It's, let me hit you with my butt a bunch. That's not I'm gonna be so mad. Whoop. Like, that's always associated with kind of like fun characters or oddball characters.
Like Doink the Clown.
Doink the Clown, Gold Dust, and Naomi. Like, that's the three people that I can think of offhand, and none of them are just like, yeah, I'm happy. Like, no, it's weird. It's, well, Naomi kind of, but
I still think Naomi should be called motorbutting.
That's two who signed that petition. 2.5.
Oh boy.
They need to give Mojo a shakeup, because people aren't caring, and no matter what he says, I don't believe him.
Yeah.
I don't believe him. I want to see more Steve Cutler, though.
I liked this promo after. I thought it meant something.
You guys are intrigued.
Yeah,
I'm interested,
kind of.
I'm interested to see where it goes, but thinking about, like, you think I'm just a smile? Well, the smile's gone. Like, yeah, that's all serious. And then he's going to come out and he's going to start smiling again and giving everybody high fives because he's in hyperdrive. And then he's going to hit somebody with his butt, and then he'll be like, no, I'm serious. That's serious. Do you look? I'm very serious. It's like when everybody would laugh at Lance Storm when he said, if I could be serious for a minute. Except he was in on the joke.
Right, he was trying to be funny.
But I can't.
It's tough. He's just in a bad spot. He got too much too soon, and then I don't know anything about the guy. That's part of the problem. We don't know anything about his regiment or who. I mean, basically we kind of know about him as a person. He's got all this football background. He's a football guy. Yada yada. I don't know why he attacks people with his butt, but we need more. There's not enough substance with Mojo Rawley. It's kind of all frosting and not enough cake. Give us cake.
That's a good way.
I want cake.
I like frosting.
Yeah, but only frosting?
But it's too sweet.
Like every once in a while you get one of the roses on the cake, but you don't want that all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want a nice centerpiece with no side, and it's just nice.
That's why you make the cupcakes, and you don't just make the icing.
Yeah.
Because you need both. They balance each other.
Yeah.
Can we get a cake, please?
Cake!
Okay.
So hungry.
Sorry.
Guys, I just want food.
Well, have a go, girl.
Because you go, girl.
Go, girl.
And it matches your dress.
I want food.
Go, girl.
You
So,
go.
let's move on to the main event of the night. Adam Rose and Sami Zayn versus Sin Cara and Kalisto. Versus. That's a new word.
Absolutely.
Made it up.
Need some Jack Daniels in this.
Epic Meal Empire.
Did you guys like this match?
Yeah, no, it was very entertaining. Yeah. It was nice to see Rose and Zayn work together in a different way.
They look good.
They did.
They look like a team.
And it was nice to see aggressive Adam Rose be there. It's fun seeing the faff from him where he just messes with his opponent. But if now there seems to be a balance where we get that comedy on the main shows, but when we go to NXT, you really get to see him as the wrestler. You really get to feel kind of why everybody was so intrigued with Leo Kruger.
Yeah. Because
we saw that huge clothesline again at the end of the match.
Yes, just chopping his head off.
The Rose line. It was that's how I wrote it, shorthand. What up? There was crazy lucha stuff. I liked seeing Zayn work the lucha back and forth and then just get totally cut off and flustered. That was fun.
Could the Rose line take off someone's lemon head? Lemon heads are
lemon heads are a candy.
Can we have a picture of that lemon head guy? Panic.
Please, no.
Terrifying.
You brought this
I know.
Don't mention
Let's stop talking about food. Why are we talking about food again?
You brought it up.
Okay.
I said Roseline, you brought up the lemon heads.
Continue.
Oh, we're lost. More excellent work from Kalisto. And that corkscrew crossbody always is just madness. The handstand head scissor takedown, just wow.
That one is, always.
I also really like the misdirect dive. He was like, "Here I come." Sin Cara's already out there. That was fun. I wish we could have seen a shot of Zayn just like, like cartoon double take. That would have been fun. This is a good match to end the show on.
Yeah.
I just enjoyable.
This was everything you wanted. You got Adam Rose, like you said. He wasn't all comedy tonight, but I like how he kind of kept a lot of the comedic elements sort of in between his very, very aggressive offense. He'd drive somebody in and then stand up and kind of hop about a little bit, still being silly, but he just drove a man into the ground. And I like it.
It's a good balance.
Those aggressive kicks in the corner where he was just you know what he could have done with that a little bit? Do a kick out, like
yeah.
Really, New York style?
Well, whatever. Just kick, just bam, kick, bam, kick, bam, kick.
That would turn into that kind of ska dancing that Sami Zayn does.
All the better then.
A little more synergy.
Synergy.
I
missed it. It didn't work.
Yeah. We're losing it tonight.
No, this is crazy. This is a really good show. It's just a shame that we're all really tired and kind of out of it because this is another one of those shows that you'd go, hey, look, watch. This is like Triple H said it in his promo. This is the brand that represents the WWE network.
Every single week, NXT delivers. It delivers a great, solid show.
Yeah.
Who do you...
I had a thought. Oh, it's gone.
Okay. Well, who do you guys think is going to face the Ascension at TakeOver?
I don't know. I don't even remember who were the Wyatts the tag champs before the Ascension. I honestly don't remember because they've been tag champs for so long.
I don't know either.
Or was it Oliver Gray?
It was.
No, it was
Adrian Neville and
Oliver Gray.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's time for another face tag team. I think it'll be Sin Cara and Kalisto.
Well, if you listen to the crowd, the Ascension is over. Over.
There's a huge yacht chant.
I know. They weren't even here.
Yeah. Excuse me. A lot of yacht slip there. I just wonder. I wonder if they're good. They have a gateway into they're kind of doing the death metal thing. They can go all the way and come back and be Norwegian.
Yeah.
Just keep it going. I just wonder if this their popularity can extend to the main roster because they're very good. They're very aggressive. But we've had the tag teams kind of be fed to the Wyatts, and there's the really strong tag. Well, strong. They're still new. The Mark Henry Big Show tag team, which we don't know if that's still a thing because Mark Henry seemingly just started a program with Rusev. Like, is there room for them in the tag division?
You know what's so crazy? Let's think back to 6 months ago. Take you on a little trip back in time. When we were lacking tag teams.
Right.
And now I feel like we have an abundance of them.
I've been shaking a lot of sticks.
Oh. I mean, I'm happy about it.
It's a backwards expression. We have more tag teams than we can shake a stick at.
I'm happy about it. But it does create a lot of competition for those guys,
And then you just wonder how that will translate to the main roster, because they never seem to know what they want to do with tag teams. Like, there wasn't even a tag team title match at SummerSlam, which, I mean, the card was huge, and we thought that there would be time for it, but there really wasn't. There was way too much. The Usos did a great job, and all of the other tag teams did a great job in the Lumberjack match, but the only build that there was the Wyatts and the Usos, and I think the only reason why they may not be taking advantage of that feud is because of the Ascension. They may be waiting to give the Usos to the Ascension, which I mean, we saw way long ago, like Sami Zayn and the Usos versus, was it Tyler Breeze and the Ascension? Or Tyson Kidd in the Ascension. I don't remember. Either way, what I remember is the Usos and the Ascension had a wonderful chemistry, and we were real big fans of the work that they were doing together.
It was the other guy, the tattooed guy.
Oh, Graves.
Graves was the Ascension.
Oh, that's right. I still miss him.
Yeah.
I still miss him.
Yeah.
But I think they don't know what they're... Unfortunately, they don't know what they're doing on the main roster, but they're trying to build so many tag teams on NXT that hopefully we can see them succeed on the main roster, despite them not knowing what to do with them.
I think the Wyatts versus the Ascension could be a real easy thing to work on. Like, you bring in the Ascension, you have them basically not even touch the Wyatts for the longest time, and then all of a sudden they sort of collide, basically vying for all the space that the other is trying to take over. You know, it's the darkness colliding with the darkness. It makes sense. You can't have two of the same thing existing, so they'll try to destroy each other because they do not want the other one existing.
Who would the crowd get behind in that situation?
Both, and that's the plus. Or they go for the Wyatts, and the Ascension get the boost because they're the new coming in tag team, so they won't be established. So if people see them encroaching on the Wyatts, who are so loved, then they won't want to get behind the Ascension, which means that the shine will be great for the Wyatts.
Okay.
I think it'll be something similar to the Shield and Wyatt situation that we had earlier in the year, where they were two people, like you said, there were two groups occupying
making
the
up
same
words
space.
all over the place.
Let's go Norwegian again.
WWE next, where we make words. So it'll be similar to Shield Wyatts, where they were both occupying the same space, both three-person factions that were kind of trying to destroy everybody that we loved, and when there was that first tease of them against each other, it was just like, oh, it's finally happening. So it's a formula that works. They just have to be patient with it, and knowing
it's a long game. It's a long game to play. You got to plan it out. It takes time to build up the Ascension. The Wyatts are established, but to build the Ascension, you have to have them fight everybody, but not the Wyatts, and just have them keep fighting everybody and destroying everybody, and then eventually it'll happen.
Like, if you have the Wyatts dealing with Bray's business like they were doing, despite them now sort of, having their own music, having their own entrance as a tag team, then it's possible. We could have a similar situation to the Paige situation. Stop it. You did it. Where the Ascension show up, dominate, maybe not necessarily win the titles right away, but dominate to a point where they've beaten everybody, and the last people on the list are the Wyatts. Could you imagine the Big Show or Mark Henry taking the Fall of Man? That would be awesome.
Oh my God.
That would
be great. Yeah.
You take the whole match trying to bring down the Big Show or Mark Henry, and it finally ends with the Fall of Man, and then you go, these guys are here to stay.
Right.
Give it a month or two.
Takes time. But who's going to win?
Longer than a month or two.
Well,
No, I mean, there's this. They may lose the tag team champions. They probably will.
but who are they going to lose it to? Is it the Vaudevillains or is it Lucha Lucha?
Lucha, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Like 100% face tag team, and they're really trying to push, luchadors.
Yeah.
But because they're luchadors, do you think they'll go up to the main roster faster and they won't want to saddle them with a championship belt?
I think they're just a gateway championship. Gateway
I mean,
champions.
But they'd have to lose it as fast as they got it if they're going to go up to the main roster to fill the void that exists from Alberto Del Rio leaving.
They could get it and lose it in a month or two.
Do you want to do that, though? I don't know. It's just... usually when you see somebody pick up a belt, you can...
You want them to keep it for a while.
Right. Well, generally that's how it goes. I mean, only recently have we seen such short title reigns like with the Divas Championship and with the Intercontinental Championship that just changed hands on Sunday. That's... I mean, nobody saw those coming because it's been such a short time.
Yeah.
Just a lot.
Although it was exciting.
It was extremely exciting.
It was great. But I mean, as we kind of know how we think the business will run, especially with Miz having a movie coming out. And like a lot. Yeah, you think you know. You think you know me.
But you don't.
But no, because we all put Miz down to win for the predictions championship, and that wasn't a slight against Dolph. We all wanted Dolph to win, but because of how he's been booked, despite being one of the greatest superstars and workers, he deserves the workhorse championship.
Consistent. The man's consistent.
Yeah.
Week in, week out. Doesn't matter. Doesn't take a day off in the ring. He's good. And that's what really matters to everybody. And everybody noticed. But it doesn't matter because the wrestling business is a business first. It's about making money. It's about maximizing your investments, let's say. They invested a certain amount of money in The Miz when they put him in a movie. So they want to get the biggest ROI, the biggest return on their investment, which would be to put Miz in the spotlight on the weekly television show, putting him with the championship. So there you go. To have him lose it before the movie comes out is hard to believe because now he's not necessarily in that spotlight.
I'm curious about how a hobo knows so much about investments.
I am a very smart man. Just because I don't have a house does not mean I'm smart. I'm on this show, aren't I? I'm the boxcar superstar for a reason. For a reason. Because I know things.
Yeah.
I just don't have material possessions to show for it.
Or eyeballs.
That's fine.
He also likes craps.
I like the drink, too.
Yeah.
Those are not good investments.
Bears.
No.
I don't know.
I thought you said bears.
No, bears.
Bears. And look, we're off the rails. So
I was gonna say that seems like we're done talking about NXT.
We're very excited for Takeover 2.
Yes.
I think their shows are better when they have a place to go. Like Takeover 2, they have something to build toward. I think the show has gained momentum because they're thinking to themselves, now we have a game plan.
They know where they're going.
Right.
Exactly.
So I think we're going to see better and better shows up until September 11th. I have nothing but great shows ahead of us, I foresee.
I'm excited. We're all excited.
Yeah.
We hope you're excited.
You better be excited!
Let us know how excited you are in the comments below. Subscribe to us on iTunes and let us know on Twitter. Where can they find you guys?
You go.
I'm on Twitter, Enzo Hobo. ProWrestlingTees.com/hobo. Buy a shirt. Like I said, I like to drink. You can buy a drink for me if you just buy a shirt. That's it. That's all it takes. Enjoy. SoapboxCard TV. YouTube.com/SoapboxCard TV. We've taken a week off because, damn it, we have earned it.
You deserve it.
Yeah. We had a crazy week. Last week was a crazy week and crazy weekend.
No, I know.
Well, we beat Christian Rosenberg, for one.
That is great. That is the best news that I've heard all week.
That is the best news I've heard all week.
Yes.
Kathy Kelly. I'm going to quote you on that. That's the best news I've heard all
Just like Hulk Hogan seeing your Sega Powers shirt. And I
you.
quote, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Mark Donica.
Hi.
Where can we find you?
At Soapbox Mark. You can find both of us. We're doing the Epic Meal Empire after show every Monday. And there's imbibements to be had. And also Ruby, which I'm going to do next week. It's every 2 weeks. I do it before NXT, and it's crazy.
We're busy.
We're very busy people. How about you, Kathy Kelly? How about you people?
You can find me people on Twitter at Catherine Kelly, and you can find me on Instagram at Kathy Kelly. You can find all of us here on Twitter and Instagram at AfterBuzz TV. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you again next Thursday.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Ow. Pull my hair out.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here. And be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.